Technical CEOs against management principles. So first thing, we really need to define what is a technical CEO versus a Bozo manager, which is the category that I'm defining here for you today. First, I want to actually ask you a question. Who in the audience here is a programmer? Great. Founders and Bozo managers. I know you're in there. Let's define a Bozo manager then. It's difficult to spot them, but generally they have a pedigree or an MBA, right? They might work at an elite employer, and they love strategizing, like it's their favorite activity. They're always ready to hop on a meeting to you, and they have that little secret called seen it before. You know what that is? Every time that you present a challenge of your organization, they always come with the card of, I've seen it before, trust me. The problem is that they haven't seen it before. Organizations have different contexts, and contexts matter more than hard skill over time. And they are super likable individuals. I haven't seen a Bozo manager since nowadays that people in the organization say, I hate this guy. Generally, they hate the individual contributors. Generally, they hate the technical CEOs. The Bozo managers, oh, they're lovely, and they're going to invite you for golfing, all this right stuff. And most importantly, methods over results. Their favorite phrases generally starts with, this company needs to implement X to scale. What is X? Can be literally any methodology. Pick one. Scrum. This company needs to implement Scrum to scale. Another. OKRs. Oh, they love OKRs. It is amazing, right? Or another one, 360 feedback. That's also a good one. If you don't apply a 360 feedback at your company, you're not going to scale. It is literally impossible. Watch out, guys. This one is perfect as well. At Fang, right? So every time that they are embellishing and trying to really convince you to do something, they're going to say, at Fang, I've done as if, because they've worked at Facebook or Alphabet or Google or Netflix, that's already a synonym of success. What Bozo managers hate knowing is that iterations, they compound, and that micro quick wins of the day-to-day, they become a huge long-term impact, which I essentially call the paradox of expertise versus the blessing of ignorance. I love this book. It's called essentially The Power of Ignorance. And one of the biggest sources of optimism is ignorance. You don't know what you don't know. And generally, ignorance or first-time founders, they're more willing to take that risk just because of the unknown. I wanted to take you here because we have that concept for somehow that serial entrepreneurs, meaning second-time founders, third-time founders, and on, they have a bigger chance of succeeding. Who've heard that before? In the latest research of Endeavor, researched all the unicorn founders across the globe, and they found out that actually 49% of unicorn founders are serial entrepreneurs, but 51% are first-time founders. You literally have a 50-50 chance of succeeding, no matter if you're first, second, third, fourth. And not only that, and I love this part, what is it written there, the 20%? Only 20% have worked for elite employers. This is a quote from Brian Chesky, the founder of Airbnb. The less hands-on he became at Airbnb, the more problems he had. It's sort of that reverse mechanism that you think that you should over-delegate, that you should over-hire managers, right, to do your thing. But so to a point that he had to ignore all the managers and go directly to the base, manually reviewing everything. Same thing with Mark Zuckerberg. You all know this. Over and over, he has said many times that the more over-delegating Facebook was, the more damaging Facebook had. So he literally have seen the power of under-delegating. Yes, founders should look into everything. Yes, founders will micromanage sometime, and it's not going to be great. But founders are obsessed with details, obsessed with quality. That's another really, really good takeaway from the Endeavor research, that 61% of the successful founders are generally technical. They have either done some sort of science, engineering. They had no business background before. Everything business-related they learned as they go. But that doesn't make a love story, right? Everyone loves the correlation but they hate the causation. And how this concept have been basically Trojan horsed in our minds over and over the years. Forbes, leadership strategy. This is literally a research that's been funded by a consulting company. It's really convenient, right? Senior manager equals better decision making at work. Another one by the London Business School. It's perfect. We're producing MBAs every year, right? So we need to constantly be pushing that senior managers are key to big productivity gains. Now, what's the other side of the story? Have you seen the tech layoffs? Bayer just signed an agreement to cut a lot of management positions. And the CEO, Bill Anderson, is basically saying that he's reducing the complexity from 9 management levels down to 4 management levels. He is getting closer to the base. I personally have never seen a layoff that is saying, hey, we're cutting all the individual contributors, putting a lot of manager in place. We are actually increasing the number of management complexities here. I have never seen that. The recent layoff of Brex, they are flattening the org structure and reducing some layers of management, and also they are changing their operation model. They expect right now that managers will operate at all levels. Essentially, that means spend time with the base, ignore the noise, and promote from within. They have always been the best ICs, promoted and coached into the best managers. Thank you.